Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lessons with Mark. Now this is a series where I'm talking to you about a topic instead of cooking because I want to try and empty my brain in one string of consciousness without having to do any cooking. Now if you like these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't like these videos and you want to see me cook, then go and watch the other ones. But if you like those, then go and like and subscribe. It really does help me out. I don't know how it helps me out in a minute, but apparently me asking it does. So this one, it's all about creative cooking, the intuitive way of cooking. My wonderful friend Ben Slater, I don't know if the video comes out yet, we talked about this, but I just wanted to divulge a little bit more and talk about it. So, first things first, by being intuitive or being able to do creative cooking and have these thoughts in your head allows you to use up ingredients in your fridge and create less waste. Lots of us cook on the fly because life is busy. I get it, I've got a kid, I've got this weird job, my wife's got a busy job, you know, we have to cook on the fly every now and then. So where I always start is you go in the fridge and you go, oh, a couple of things. Do you go, one of three starting points I feel when you are trying to cook creatively, right? The most important one obviously is smack bang in the middle, ingredient led. You look in the fridge and you go, oh, I have got, let's just say, a chicken and some peppers, okay? So then you're forced to go down that way because you've got to come up with something. And this is where I think you then need to have something in your head. This is where cooking it becomes enjoyable, but also having the knowledge in your head to go, where am I going to take this dish, right? So you have chicken. I'm not going to write chicken. I'm just going to tell you, chicken, okay? So then I would go one of two ways, which I've done here. I'll either go to a cuisine. So by saying that, what I'll do is I'll be like, right, I love Italian food. What dish has chicken in that is Italian? And then that'll slowly influence my journey. So you could have, I don't know, let's just say a chicken risotto, right? Chicken risotto. Would I have risotto rice in the house? Absolutely, because it's one of those things that sits in the dry store and never really goes off. So you could fudge together a risotto quite easily by using up that chicken. Now the other way you can go is going to a technique. So when I say technique, it's like going, right, I've got chicken. Is it a whole chicken? Cool, what can I do with it? Am I going to roast it? Are you just gonna take the chicken, stuff it, put some shit on it, chuck it in the oven and roast it and then think of a dish later? Probably, you know, you could think of, you know, barbecue. You've got a whole chicken. Is it summer? Is it winter? Is it whatever? Have you got a barbecue outside? Barbecue and chicken is the nuts. So would you do that? Great. And then it all kind of like goes in like a weird circle. So once you've roasted your chicken, you may then start thinking about flavors that you've already pulled out. So you might be going, oh, I've roasted the chicken. I'm not massively starving, but what if I pulled in a French technique and made a velouté, a mother sauce, and made like an open pie? Shred the chicken up, stick it into a velouté, you know, get some pastry, and then you got like an open pie filling. This is the kind of thing that you need to be able to sort of pull from. And this is where I say, once you love food and once you care about food, this becomes like a conscious stream. And when you taste things and go, oh, you know what? This pepper that I've got, what technique can I do to the pepper? Let's pull it over here. You could burn it. Yeah, why not? You've got the barbecue on. When you burn it and then turn it into something like a muhammara, a romesco, or maybe you're just gonna make a couscous salad. Couscous. Put some roasted pepper through, a bit of red onion, and then serve it with your beautifully roasted chicken. So when you want to try and cook creatively, I always feel like having a jump off point is way easier. And I'm going to let you into a little secret. When I went into a bit of a, say, during lockdown, I got into a bit of a rut. I'd been developing recipes for 4 to 5 years and I was kind of just a bit numb. I was just doing stuff like chicken and rice and cottage cheese. How many different ways can you do that? You can't. It is quite tricky. But then what I started doing to get myself out of that rut was cooking dishes I'd never cooked before and picking up cookbooks and just flicking to a page and going, fuck me, I've never cooked that before, let's do it. That opens up new techniques, right? Maybe it's something like sous vide. I'd never done sous vide before. So then sous vide comes into play and it's like, right, well, I'm not gonna eat that chicken straight away because I've got to fucking sous vide it, but do you then like break the chicken down, roast the breast, and then sous vide the legs? I don't know. All of these things get you excited and take you on journeys, but it's having those repertoire of knowledgey things in your head which allows you to cook creatively. I always say if I could give you 15 different ways to cook a pepper, then you can push that into any dish you want. Is there 15 different ways? Fuck knows. There's only one way to find out. Anyway, I hope that helps you think, broadens your mind on how to think creatively and start to build up dishes. There we go. Love ya. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you like these videos. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything else. Okay, bye.